My name is Joseph Gabor, and I am a former Maccabi athlete. I immigrated to Canada in 1983 with my family. I found the first few years of life in Montreal quite challenging. As an Ethiopian Jew that did not speak French or English, I found life difficult and hard to fit in the community. In 1986, on a fateful day, I was discovered by Harry Haas while running a cross country race for my high school. This changed my life forever. Not only Harry became my first sponsor, buying my first pair of running shoes, but he also introduced me to the Maccabi movement. I ran for the Maccabi Games many times, but the highest and the most proud moment was when I ran in 1993 in Israel, along with thousands of Jews from every corner of the globe. It was truly a memorable event and a time that I never forget. I'd like to thank you, Harry. I'd like to thank you, Dr. Tommy Barger, for the lifelong friendship and support. Thank you, Maccabi Canada.
It is an honor for me to bless you guys for your unlimited devotion to the activities of Maccabi World Union and of course the activities connected to the Maccabiya. I was the chairman of the 20th Maccabiya before being the chairman of the movement, and I know what is your devotion in making the Maccabiya bigger, stronger, and more effective in Jewish life. It's very important to us that you stay with us for a long, long time, that you will keep going with devotion and contribution to the Maccabiya Games in Israel and to the activities of Maccabi Canada. Chazak ve'ematz, Shana Tova.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're having fun at the reunion. I'm Dan Shulman, and I've been lucky enough to go to the Maccabi Games 3 times, once to the Pan Am Games in Brazil and twice to Israel, and it's really been an amazing experience. I mean, getting a chance to be a part of a team, the sport I play is basketball, that's been wonderful to make some new friends, and then to meet other athletes and people from all around the world and to share their stories and to come closer to Jewish people from so many other different countries has really been a tremendous experience. One I didn't get into until I was in my 40s, one I wish I'd gotten into a lot earlier, but one that I'm very grateful that I have been able to enjoy over the past 7 or 8 years. I highly recommend it for anybody.
Josh Binstock here, 2-time Olympic athlete, 5-time Maccabi Games athlete, and 1-time Maccabi Games coach. The way the Maccabi Games experience affected me as a person, as an athlete, was that the games give Jewish athletes an opportunity to be the best athlete they can be. It gave me an opportunity to be the best I can be. And having the experience to compete and perform at the Maccabi Games not only inspired me to want to compete at the Olympic Games before I even was there, but it helped me prepare to compete and perform at the Olympic Games. I sacrificed a lot to play the Maccabi Games. The summer before the Olympic Games, I chose to miss some international competition events on the world tour that had Olympic qualification points at stake. A lot of people ask me why I would miss those important tournaments and risk my Olympic qualification for the Maccabi Games. And it's, if they hadn't been there, they don't understand that it's more than just the athletics. It was amazing to meet and interact with people who share the same religion as me, yet have cultural differences. And, we use Judaism as a common bond. It was amazing to develop friendships with my competitors, and the Maccabi Games allowed me to have friends all over the world. Not only did I feel a sense of closeness to fellow Jews around the world, but I also strengthened my Jewish identity and connectedness to Israel. One piece of advice I would share with prospective Maccabi Games athletes is to make sure that you really make the effort and time to experience the sites and historical culture. As enjoyable as the competition was and as fun as the parties were, I'd have to say that visiting the ancient holy sites like Kotel Ma'aravi, the Western Wall, the Jerusalem tunnels, Masada, those were my favorite parts. It was just so incredible to be at those ancient historical places where my roots and heritage derived from. It's one thing to learn about the stories that took place at those sites, but to be in that very place yourself, kind of gets you emotional because it hits you deep and reality sets in of what went on there and it made me feel proud and appreciative and fortunate to be a Jew. One memory that stands out until this day, I mean, I'd have to say, was the honor of being named the flag bearer for the whole Canadian delegation in 2013. Being able to lead my delegation out into the opening ceremonies was something that was truly special, incredible, and something I'll never forget that feeling forever.